Hi, very good evening. I came to this YouTube or social media just because of the request of some students who said that I need to help them and it will be of some use to many others who are really confused about Form D. Right? My aim is not to advocate Form D or B Form or anything. I am myself not a Form D graduate. I am B Form, M Form Gold as well as a PhD doctorate guy. Now, coming to the point, many a times people say that I took Form D because I could not crack NEET, I could not become MBBS, I could not. My parents told me to take because I can have a doctor in front of me and all those things. First of all, if it is your passion, please select a course. If it is not your passion, please let your parents know that it's not your passion, because I know some of the people who have joined even MBBS without any interest, and they are still sitting after 4 years or 5 years with all the arrears and they could not complete. So if passion becomes your job, then there will be no working day. That's what people understand. And so please go for a course after understanding it completely. You cannot sit in a train that goes to Kolkata and ask or cry once you reach Mumbai because the train was scheduled for Mumbai. So we should understand every course has its own advantages, has its own disadvantages. Even an engineer, all engineers are not successful, all doctors are not successful, all plumbers are not successful, all wiremen are not successful. So we need to understand that in every course, in every study, the idea behind the course, the idea behind the study has to be understood. I understand some people are much worried that they spend up to 12 to 15 lakhs and they are not getting any big kind of back the returns on the investments. And see, education of course is an investment, but it should not be considered solely as an investment alone, because there is emotion, there is energy, there is time, there is everything involved in education. So let's understand, even in investment there is gold, there is land, there is mutual fund, there is share broking, there is something that gives you results immediately, there are some things that gives you results in long term. So every investment is not going to be the same. So please try to understand that. Yeah, of course, certain experiences, like I have done my Form D, but I could not get a job in as a clinical pharmacist, and I always keep saying, people, don't fix up yourselves that I want to become only a clinical pharmacist. There are various opportunities in clinical trial and in very many other fields where you will be able to shine. If you lock yourselves only into the idea that I have to become a clinical pharmacist, it's not going to work out. One. Number two, it's relatively a new course. Everybody understands that, and the acceptance is going to be tough. And that's why I say you need to command respect by literally becoming a pharmacist or a clinical pharmacist by acquiring all the knowledge that is available, acquiring one or two more languages as and when you study. Your vocabulary has to improve, your communication styles will have to improve, and you should be good at softwares, at computers, making presentations and all those things, so that your interactive communication skills improve. You are not just going to be a pharmacist dealing with drugs, but you are going to deal with people, you are going to deal with paramedical staff, medical staff and all those things, and they will be looking up to you as a person who can guide them. So it's beyond pharmacy, there are some management skills that are required, so you need to develop those things. That's why I say to people that from year 2, please start doing something in terms of research or projects, or to go out onto the field and find it out. But unfortunately, the 6 years where we are sponsored by the parents, we don't understand the seriousness of it, and we think that I should enjoy the college days like a B Form or a Form D or a D Form or another bachelor degree arts and science guy, and we think college is a place to enjoy. It's not like that. Yeah, of course, I understand. With this investment of 12 to 15 lakhs, if you expect things have to come back immediately. There are people I know after completing Form D, when they get a clinical pharmacist post at 16,000 to 18,000 rupees, they say it's not worth my investment. So it's like typical Chennai auto wala mentality, where you feel like if I get 200, I will go. Otherwise, let me sit idle. It's not going to work. Any job is going to a fresh MBBS who joins as a RMO, resident medical officer, is not going to earn more than 18 to 20,000 rupees or maximum 25,000 rupees for what he has invested. You think, is it worth it? No, it's not like the amount of money. If you run behind money in the starting stages of the career, money is not going to come behind you. If you run behind quality consciousness, if you run behind improving your knowledge, attitude and skills, then money is going to run behind you. So please don't expect tomorrow a tree is going to come up in the garden. Once you complete your Form D, you are going to get money like 30,000, 50,000 as and when you come, or you can get into a foreign country. Please go for more amount of acquiring knowledge in terms of additional courses that can be done, the language skills that you can acquire and improve, and then have some patience. And everywhere it starts with a step one. So please don't expect it tomorrow I'll get a 30,000 or I will not join any company. These are all certain things which we need to change in the Form D graduates. But please understand, and don't go behind any marketing gimmicks before joining Form D. That's what I mean to say. And of course, I again say that it has its own advantages and disadvantages. Every course has its own advantages and disadvantages. Just don't go by someone else's bad experience or good experience. When you always ask an auto driver whether can I buy an auto and can I drive it, he will say, oh, it's a very bad job. So anybody who is going to be in a profession, when you ask for a feedback, they are going to be sad about it, because always the other side of the thing is green, right? So there are many ways and means to it. Because someone is negative, someone is positive, don't take it on either side. Even when someone is positive, don't take it. Analyze, because every individual's need is customized. Not necessarily you need to do Form D. If your intentions are to earn immediate money, there should be other courses. So please have a conscious conscience and take a conscious decision before you select any course for that matter, not just Form D. Thank you.